When we hear the word prosperity, we often think it pertains to having a lot of money, but prosperity can also be used to bring positive energy into your life.
Love that. Jody Harville is here to tell us how the energy of prosperity can help you move mountains. Welcome to the show.
Do
you have any anecdotes to demonstrate, talk about?
You know, actually, it's fun because my colleague and I are doing a class next first week of August, 8th through the 15th, and it's the 8 days of prosperity immersion, and it's our birthdays. And both of us were like, what can we do? What can we do? And last year we decided to do this 8 days about prosperity, but it's not all just about the financial prosperity, although we talk about that for sure because that's so big for everybody. But what we've been learning is that prosperity comes in all different ways. It can be in your health, it can be in your relationships, it can be in your jobs, in your day-to-day life. And we started to talk more about it, and people were like, oh, that's kind of a different perspective because everyone focuses so much on what we have or what we don't have. Mm-hmm. And so one of the exercises that we have people do is throughout the day, you know, a lot of people like to be of service and they like to help people and they like to go out and do all of that, but they aren't really good at receiving. And so we start to have them keep track of everything that they're receiving out in the world, whether it's a penny that they find or someone gives them a compliment, or maybe you find a good deal on a dress for a wedding or something, just any good thing that you are receiving, but we have them write it down all day long for like a week. And it puts our focus on the solutions and the positive side of things instead of everything on the lack side of things, because we kind of grow up with that piece. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to shift people over into a different way of looking at things and looking at the energy of things.
Wow.
And so, like, if I find a penny, then are you also coaching me like, hey, be excited, be grateful?
Yes, be totally grateful for that, and focus on. A lot of us are trained, you know, we get jealous of what our friends have or what we don't have, and we're trying to show people what we've learned is that when we start to focus on what we do have and what we appreciate and what we're in gratitude about, that grows. And if you focus on lack and what you don't have, that can grow too. And so it's kind of a mindset. Well, it's not kind of a mindset, it's a mindset. And the 8-day prosperity immersion is all about shifting your mindset and using the energy and some of the woo-woo stuff that we do, of course. We have to throw that piece in. Because the fun of it is the more it starts to happen, the more you start to see signs, the more your intuition grows, the more you get hits like, oh, I think I'm supposed to write a book. Oh, okay. And then you write a book and then there's more prosperity. So it also opens up that spiritual side too, and the intuition and the gratitude and all of that piece as well.
Well, I was going to say, we've had a few people on lately talking about how small things can have the ripple or the butterfly effect.
Sure.
And I bet that's true too when you start to see the small little things like, oh, Chris smiled at me this morning. That was nice of him to do.
Yeah, it is the little things. They just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then the big things can start to happen too. So yeah, it's just those teeny tiny things that we just kind of, whatever, that happened. Yeah, I found a penny, found a quarter, but it adds up. All of it adds up.
So why do we tend to minimize things, and then how do you break?
I think we've been taught that way. I think we put limits on ourselves.
Yeah.
I think we've just, you know, if you think about our parents and you know, we don't want to celebrate too much. We don't want people to see that we have too much. It's all about kind of like this cloak and dagger type thing, but we want to celebrate who we are, right? And celebrate all the good things that we have, because that you can be the change that you want to be, like the quote is, and show people, inspire them to be into that prosperous life instead of like shaming them into staying out of that prosperous life.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Do we just want to call it a wrap right there?
No, we'll have more to talk about. We'll take a quick break and then come back with Jody after that.